Welcome to Bunnies TV. And the World Cup kicks off on Saturday. And we all know that we've got Latrell Mitchell, Cam Murray and Stretch Campbell-Graham in the Aussie team. But we've got Rabbitohs players in 9 different countries' teams. So we're going to have a look at that in a minute. But first, I just want to let you know that Brownie's in Hawaii, so that's why he's not here. Chaps is losing his voice, so he's resting up for tomorrow. Because tomorrow, me and Chaps are going to call the live stream of the War on the Wharves boxing, and it's going to be a fantastic night. Every night that I've been to are always great, and there's still some tickets available at the juniors. They're $100 each, and they support South Cares. Love your work at South Cares. So we're going to cover a few things. We're going to talk about the name change. We're going to talk about War on the Wharves. Cover a bit of the Koori knockout that I went to, and touch on the grand final. So first of all, the name change. The word Rabbitohs is owned by the club, obviously, but it's also trademarked by them. So to avoid any future complications, we made the change to Bunnies TV. We like the name. We've had some positive feedback, and that's it now. We made the change for a reason, as we did with our other name changes from Rabbitohs Radio, so on and so forth. But we've covered that. Just so you know, that's it now. We are Bunnies TV. Everybody knows who the Bunnies are. The mighty South Sydney Rabbitohs, and there it is there. That's the new logo. So we'll be rebranding that everywhere else. We've on our website, we've a whole lot of things happening on the show, and we'll keep you informed here. So we'll move on. Oh, before we do, we're still supported by our proud sponsors, Darrell Lea, making it better since 1927. The Juniors Group of Clubs, Barnaby Water with a Purpose, NG Farah Real Estate, and George's Cameras. You're watching us on one right now. So yeah, Australia, they play on Saturday night. It will be Sunday morning our time, not sure, about 4 o'clock or something. And they take on Fiji. So the first question is, Latrell, will he play in the centres? I think so. They've also got Val Holmes and Jack White. But will Campbell-Graham get a start? Not sure there what's going to happen, but I suspect he may not get that, but wouldn't you like to see that? Latrell and Stretch in the centres for the Kangaroos. Now, Cameron will be there for sure. I'm not sure if he's going to start or come off the bench, but that's a big game. I'm pretty sure they'll take care of the Fijian boys, but we shall see. We'll just go through it. The Cook Islands have got Davey Moale. England have got Tommy B, Big Tommy Burgess. Greece have got Lockie Elias, Pete Mamazelis, Nick Mugius, and Chase Robinson. Ireland have got Joe O'Callaghan as assistant coach, who we spoke to on the show about that not long ago, and also James Hassan, good young forward. Italy have got Jack Campanolo, who's played a lot of good footy this year in the New South Wales Knock-On Effect Cup for the Bunnies. Lebanon have got The Source and Jackson Rahm. PNG, as you all know, have got AJ. They should score some tries on the left if they're playing him on the left wing. I'm pretty sure they will. And Tonga have got Liva Havili, Keon Kalaumatangi, and Junior Tatala. So 3 of our best forwards lining up for Tonga. Now, the first game will be England versus Samoa at St James Park, Newcastle at 2:30 their time. That's Group A. And as I said, Australia are in Group B, 7:30 at Headingley. Now, we'll share a link to all the teams from all the nations in the notes of this video, and we'll also share the draw. So if you want to go and check for yourself who your favourite players are, where they're playing and when, we shall share that. And we're going to do a few shows during the World Cup. So when the boys are back, Brownie will be back next week. Hopefully Chaps is recovered from his laryngitis. I hope he's all right for tomorrow, because the live stream's going to be good. So let's roll into that. We're on the Wharves now. It's not our live stream. We're just going to call it. And it's going to be good for me and Chaps, though, to do that. We're not boxing experts, but we do know a lot of the boxers that are fighting. And the main event is going to be Cameron Dimmick, the nephew of Jimmy Dimmick, South Junior, great footballer. And he's a champion boxer. He's had 9 fights for 7 knockouts, so that's going to be a good main bout. But some of our mates from work, so we all work with a lot of these guys. Turbo Timmy, and Cleveland and Taylor Cleveland. Sorry, just had a mental blank there. So and Taylor, and then there's also Mario Santos, and a few others that from our work that's going to be fighting. So we're going to give you a bit of a personal coverage of that. We've spoken to a few of the others. So me and Chaps went to training last night. You might have saw a bit of that, and we met a few of the boxers we didn't know about. So we can talk about them in the coverage. So we'll share a link to that on our socials. We've already shared one, and I'll share one on the link to this video as well on YouTube. Scroll down, drop down box, link, click, and it'll start at 6 o'clock tomorrow. So if you want to come on, I'm not sure. It's on Vivo, so you'll probably be able to live chat as well, but I'm not sure we'll be able to do much live chatting because we'll be calling the action. It's going to be a great night. At the Juniors, proud sponsor of us, in the auditorium there. As I said, there's still some tickets available. Arnie Barb's going to be doing the Welcome to Country, so it's going to be a big night and some great bouts there. There's been some great bouts over the years. Some of my mates in the ring. Jules Parry is one that comes to mind. I was sitting ringside and he was going all right too till he got knocked out, and then it was like, oh. So anyway, usually a fun night. Everyone gets in there and has a go, and good luck to them. The Curry knockout. So you probably saw, impossible not to see all the stuff we posted from there. Went down there, Latrell Mitchell, Cody Walker, Ben Barber, The Fox, Josh Adokar. So very well received, the video we shot there. And it was the first knockout I've been to, and it was a great weekend. Now, it was wet, the ground was muddy, I took a couple of tumbles, but didn't dampen my spirits. Really had an enjoyable time. The footage I shot went gangbusters across our platform, especially our TikTok. And a shout out to Dylan Laurie, who busted his knee playing for the Burke Warriors, but his video of him and his mate putting the first shot on of the game, and then second tackle, Dylan pushes this bloke back like 10 metres, and he definitely had his Weet-Bix that morning. Unfortunately, he did his knee playing against Latrell. The game before, they took on Latrell's team, and so he missed out on playing against the superstar Rabbitoh. But they progressed to the grand final, Walgett Aboriginal Connection, and they got rolled by Newcastle All Blacks, NAB, and that was a good game. The NAB fans were right into it, as were the Walgett fans, and they just were too good in the end, Newcastle. It was a great spectacle, and I think next year it's up there, and I believe you've got to get in quick. They've booked out the whole town for next year, and I said to the boys, we should go up there as Bunnies TV and maybe take this camera, because I was just doing it on my phone, but did enough. And before I move on, Dylan's video is approaching 1 million hits, 1 million views on our TikTok. So he's gone viral, but unfortunately he did his knee in the process. The grand final. The Panthers won. Was no surprise, really. They were too good. Didn't really enjoy the game, I must admit. It was just poor old Eels. Long-suffering fans have got to wait a bit longer, and who knows how long that wait's going to be. I thought Dylan Edwards was sensational. That tackle will long live in the memory of all those who saw it. And he's got to be unlucky to not be in England now with the Kangaroos. I mean, what more have you got to do? You could play him in the front row, Dylan Edwards, and he'd go good, I believe. You could put him on the wing, and the Fox is a good player, but I'm not saying he should be there instead of him. But if you put him on the wing or in the front row, he'd run you 200 metres no matter where you put him, Dylan Edwards. That's how good a player he is, and that's one of the reasons they have won back-to-back competitions. So congratulations to the Panthers. We're coming for you next year, but don't you worry about that. Okay, so yeah, we'll keep the ball rolling here on Rabbitohs fandom. I was going to say Rabbitohs TV. See, even I'm not used to it yet. We'll keep the ball rolling here. We'll keep the ball rolling here on Bunnies TV, and do a couple of World Cup shows. So we'll come back next week after the Aussies take on Fiji. The big games will come along in a few more weeks' time. The Aussies are $1.50 favourites to win the whole thing. I think the Kiwis are $4. There's no South players, I don't think, in the New Zealand team. And if I've missed anyone, please let me know in the comments. So comment on this video. That helps us out if you can. Share it, comment, click the like button. if I missed any South players, I do apologise for that because I didn't have Chaps here who is our stats man. But yeah, so we're going to do that. We'll obviously come back and do like an off-season show, but we're having a bit of a break. And then in the new year, we'll come back and do a pre-season show, talk about any signings with the club, and we'll be doing more live streaming. We're using our headsets now. You might have noticed the audio we think is bang on with that. And yeah, so onwards and upwards for the show. Thank you for everyone who supported us during the year. Jump on and have a listen tomorrow night to me and Chaps calling the boxing. It'll be a fun night. And bring on 2022 and 2023. Up the mighty bunnies. Catch us later.